Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The topic of this lecture is DNA damage and repair. How the DNA damages and what are the sources of damage. Number one is the endogenous damage by the reactive oxygen species from normal metabolism. Second is exogenous, like UV radiation, chemical carcinogens, or the chemotherapy treatment, which leads to also DNA damage secondarily, and some viruses. A cell with accumulated DNA damage can enter one of these three possible. One of them is senescence, second is apoptosis or proliferation or unregulated cell division leading to cancer. Here, cellular metabolism, UV exposure, ionization, radiation, chemical exposure, all of them they lead to the DNA damage. Either this DNA damage is repaired by the DNA polymerases and leads to the normal functioning of the cell. Otherwise, if the DNA polymerase is not capable of repairing the damage or the damage is beyond the repair, cancerous cells they develop. And these cancerous cells are not only due to the deficiencies of repairing enzymes but also the deficiencies in the normal repairing proteins as well. Now comes how to repair this damage. A regular path which is observed in the cell, which is created by the nature. There are three pathways for the excision of the damage in appropriate basis. One is base excision repair, second is mismatch repair, third is nucleotide excision repair. Methyl directed mismatch repair. If any mismatch escapes the proofreading, it will cause distortion of the helix. This can be detected and repaired, but it is important that the repair enzyme can distinguish it from the old one. This is possible in E. coli because there is an enzyme which methylates the adenine in the sequence of GATC. Here you can see in the GATC sequence the old parental strands they have been methylated. When new strands of present in the red color, when they are going to be synthesized, they will follow the template of the old parental strand, and when newly synthesized the DNA strands they are not methylated, so they can easily be recognized by the enzyme systems or enzyme complex. Here the enzyme complex recognizes the mismatch in hemi-methylated DNA. It is partially methylated because the newly synthesized single strand of DNA is not methylated yet. After that, if any mismatch, here you can see as this pair of complementary nucleotide base, they are being excised, and excision of the mismatch base on the unmethylated strand and resynthesis. This is how the two strands they are being separated, and newly synthesized strand, that when it gets matured, that it will also be methylated. Then the repair of the synthesized newly synthesized DNA will be methylated. These are the examples of such kind of mutations or the damage repair system in which the hereditary non-polyposis colon cancer, which is commonly known as HNPCC. It is a colon cancer, and to the other gastrointestinal cancers and endometrial cancers. DNA repair, which involves the different enzymes like DNA glycosylase, endonucleases, and polymerase and ligase. If the DNA repair system is defective, following diseases may occur, in which number 1 is xeroderma pigmentosum, ataxia, Bloom syndrome, Lesch syndrome, and Fanconi syndrome. This is example of xeroderma pigmentosum, which is an autosomal recessive genetic disorder characterized by abnormal pigmentation on the sun-exposed areas and extreme sensitivity of the skin to the sunlight, and marked predisposition to skin cancer. In some cases, growth and mental retardation are also associated with xeroderma. This is also the picture of xeroderma patient. Now comes the DNA damage by UV radiation. This UV radiation in the adjacent nucleotides, the bases present in the adjacent nucleotide, they are after exposure to the UV light, they form dimer, and this dimer is not favorable for the further replication of that parental DNA strand. Formation of DNA dimer like this. In the previous slide I exposed the nitrogenous bases. In the full term stage, you can see the dimer is formed over here. This recognition of the dimer and DNA is cut, and that portion is cut down from that part, and that cutted or the cut portion is excised, which was formed as a dimer, and then DNA polymerase that fills up the gaps, and small nicks, they are being sealed by DNA ligase. The same demonstration in this figure also. Nucleases that cut down that specific part, polymerases, they add up the gaps with the new nucleotides, and the ligase that fills up the nicks. Base excision repair. The base excision repair mechanism in this figure, you can see the damaged base is highlighted here in the purple color, and damaged base is identified or glycosylated by DNA glycosylase enzyme. It forms a abasic site. Abasic means site without any base in that nucleotide. And after endonuclease is that enzyme which cuts the nuclear DNA from inner sequences, while exonuclease is that enzyme which cuts the enzyme from the extremities of the DNA. So endonuclease cuts that abasic site of the DNA strand. Further, polymerase adds up this nucleotide in that space, and the ligase fills up the gaps. On the basis of removal of pyrene or pyrimidine, this abasic site is known as AP site. If apurinic or apyrimidinic, whatever the base is removed. In any case of base excision or the dimer removal or any removal and adding of the new nucleotides take place, all of that is governed by these enzymes, DNA polymerase, ligase, which are going to help in the filling of gaps. Mismatch repair, detect and correction. Base mismatch is replaced by the correct DNA sequence. The structure of the DNA double helix obeys the AT or GC rule of the base pairing. If DNA replication and incorrect base may be added to the growing strand mistake, and DNA polymerase have a 3 to 5 prime proofreading ability that can detect the base match and fix them. There are following strategies which are being followed in the DNA repair: direct reversal of DNA damage, that is photolygases, alkyl transferases, excision repair, I have told you all about them, base excision, nucleotide excision, mismatch repair, and transcription couple repair. This is extra from your course, so I'm not going to emphasize on this one. Double strand break, non-homologous end joining, and homologous recombination, error prone repair, transliation replication. These are the advanced kinds of DNA repair strategies. Genomic DNA, which is the target gene, in which the target gene, when target gene has some mismatch, it has to prepare. There are double strand breaks, means not only one side, both of the strands they are being broken down, and two methods are being followed. One is NHEJ, and other is HDR, homology directed repair, that follows homologous chromosome or exogenous repair template. After that, only a single base pair is changed, and which can easily be replaced. In non-homologous end joining, the insertion or deletion of the non-homologous and you can say the mismatch portion is replaced by the insertion. Or these are the anti-replication or anti-cancer drugs which inhibit the DNA replication. In this is Ara-C, which is known as cytarabine. It inhibits the cytosine substitution in the normal DNA. And this is Ara-A, which is the adenine substitution. And here dideoxyxynosine, it is an analog to deoxyadenosine. So these are the structural analogs which structurally inhibit the substitution of different kinds of pyridine and pyrimidines. These are the antiviral therapies which also help in the inhibition of viral infection or viral replication. Valacyclovir, acyclovir, and pencilcyclovir, famciclovir. So these also, as I told you in early slides, that whenever the virus has incorporated in the body, its viral RNA, it directs the host DNA to produce the viral proteins and further replication of viral DNA, which is reverse transcribed from the viral RNA. So when these drugs are used, they substitute the normal DNA with these types of structural analogs and inhibit the replication of viral proteins and viral DNA. Thank you.